Welcome to the Connect with TrueSight webinar. During today's webinar, you're able to ask questions of our panelists. The questions and the webinar recording will be posted a week from today's presentation. Today we have TSCO Best Practices with Smart Reporting, and Giorgio and Alicia will take us through this content. Over to you, Giorgio.
Thank you, Greg. First of all, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Giorgio Gasparini and I support TSCO in EMEA since 2007 from the BNC Milan office. I'm lead technical support analyst and one of the SMEs for the TSCO product. Today, we are going to start with a brief introduction to TSCO and smart reporting. As a first step, we will present the TSCO architecture to explain how smart reporting interacts with TSCO, both from user ACL side and data access. Then, Alicia will introduce you to smart reporting, starting from the concept of a business intelligence tool, then explaining the core components, user interface, and administrator roles. For the demo section, I will take you to the process of connecting TSCO to smart reporting. Then, I will create a data mart to share data access to smart reporting, and this will be used as the base to create a view and a radar chart report in smart reporting. Alicia will then proceed demoing how to export and import reports, and how to schedule and share them. The webinar will be concluded sharing useful docs references for the topics we just discussed. Let's start with the introduction to TrueSight Capacity Optimization (TSCO). The TSCO architecture is made of multiple pieces, and it's important to get to know them, to understand how they interact. The data collection is the first step in TSCO activities, and understanding which kind of data can be collected from your infrastructure by TSCO gives a good idea of the potential we will be able to unleash, creating custom reports on the data you collected. Of course, adding smart reporting into the existing TSCO architecture comes with additional settings and additional checks the administrator should take care of. Finally, we will explain which mapping is done between TSCO admin, capacity planner and viewer user personas, and smart reporting roles permissions. The TSCO architecture is composed of several pieces. As the host for the TrueSight Capacity Optimization console, the application server runs several software components and must have access to the database server. The TrueSight console, which is hosted on the presentation server, is the primary user interface for capacity views. Administrators can view all infrastructure views and create custom views from this console. Access to this component is enabled through integrated system authentication with Remedy single sign-on. To use the features hosted on the presentation server, TrueSight Capacity Optimization users must be externally authenticated by Remedy single sign-on. One Oracle or PostgreSQL database server is required for each TrueSight Capacity Optimization instance. The ETL engine server collects data from third-party data sources or from the gateway server. Unless deployed remotely, it must have access to the database server. One gateway server collects and processes data from many managed systems that are running on hypervisor systems. The capacity agents provide lightweight, fault-tolerant data collection capabilities for managed systems that are running Unix and Windows. TrueSight Smart Reporting can be used to create TrueSight Capacity Optimization custom reports as an alternative to Integration Studio. To do that, capacity optimization must be registered as a component into Smart Reporting. Once TSCO and Smart Reporting are connected, it's possible to create Smart Reporting reports based on capacity optimization data. Smart Reporting UI is accessible from cross-launch from TSPS console, and every time you cross-launch, if the user who is entering does not exist in Smart Reporting, it is created Smart Reporting side with the privileges given by its TSCO roles. The TSSR Views and Report Editor allows to choose between very different chart formats and templates, even through a graphical SQL editor to join and filter database tables. Reports can be exported and imported as a backup or be transferred to a different environment. BNC TrueSight Capacity Optimization is designed to be open and flexible, allowing the ability to integrate performance and configuration data as well as business key performance indicators (KPIs) from any data source. An ETL module can be deployed in one or multiple instances called ETL tasks in the same BNC TrueSight Capacity Optimization implementation. For example, to extract data for different instances of the data source or to run multiple processes at the same time related to different objects from the same data source. Depending on the way an ETL has been implemented, an ETL task can be either a scheduled ETL, a process executed at a scheduled time to run periodically against its data source, or a service ETL, a process that runs continuously to collect data. A BNC through-site capacity optimization administrator or user having the required privileges can deploy, execute, and manage an ETL task. In a BNC through-site capacity optimization implementation, there can be more than one ETL module importing data for the same entities. For example, one ETL module might import performance data about servers, while a configuration management database CMDB ETL module might import asset numbers for the same servers. Unless specified, the default option in through-site capacity optimization considers all entities referred by ETL modules as distinct. Therefore, BNC through-site capacity optimization provides a mechanism known as share lookup that allows you to configure two or more ETL modules to consider different entities referred by them as to represent the same entity. So, as you can see, you can import infrastructure KPIs such as CPU and memory utilization, service or business KPIs as number of page hits or ATM withdrawals, configuration and assets information like server model and hardware capabilities, events such as incidents or changes, financial KPIs such as hardware or energy costs, and facility KPIs such as power or space utilization. So, data marts are built on top of the CDB data we collected to aggregate and filter them to be shown on smart reporting reports. Of course, adding smart reporting into the existing TSCO architecture comes with additional settings and additional checks the administrator should take care of. Here, we put in evidence which pages of the administration tree are affected by the addition of smart reporting, and which ones will be useful to be accessed to check permission settings and create data marts for reporting activities. From the system page, you can view the SCO status, including the smart reporting. The component status checker task every 10 minutes connects to all the components of the TSCO architecture and verifies their responding. So, in case any component is not responding, it is put in evidence on that page. From the system section, you can also view configuration parameters, for example, the host name of your smart reporting server. Again, on the system section, you can also install patches from the maintenance activity page. From the user section, you can view configured users and manage roles and access group permissions. Roles and access group permissions mapping is done from external names to RSSO or LDAP or Active Directory groups. The advanced reporting section allows you to manage SQL data marts and objects for views and reporting. So from here you can create the data marts in order to present data to be used for smart reporting activities. So a user is a person accesses TSCO. An activity is a function that can be performed. For example, creating a report, creating a connector, publishing a report, creating an analysis. An access group is a set of domains, report groups, and task groups which are accessible by a certain user. CO supports user authentication and ACL. Each user has one or more roles that allows him to perform activities. The user can view one or more access groups that allows him to view the appropriate domains, report groups, and task groups that the group members will be able to access. Each user profile must contain at least one access group, otherwise the user can do nothing. External names map the SCO roles and access groups to RSSO groups. So, a capacity administrator can register TSCO to smart reporting, has access to all the sections and reports in smart reporting, can perform all the administrative activities including editing of data source properties and importing or exporting the configuration of folders, reports, views or dashboard. A capacity planner can perform all the administrative activities except editing of data source properties and importing or exporting the configuration of folders, reports, views or dashboard. He can export the reports to CSV, PDF, XLS and doc email reports, publish or broadcast reports. A capacity operator is the read-only user that can only view the reports and dashboard and export reports. As smart reporting access via cross-launch, the user is missing and permissions are synchronized according to the activities into the EasySEO role. When is useful to use a report and when is useful to use a capacity view? Reports, including smart reporting reports, are more focused and on a smaller set of data and can be executed with by exception parameters. They can be scheduled to be executed at regular time without human intervention. They can be sent proactively via email even to third parties through optimizer rules when a certain threshold is broken. Can be archived as files in PDF, XLS, or PPT format. On the other side, views have a larger scope and give the possibility to choose the target at runtime. Drill down, slice and dice to view details about problematic systems and see deeper the data are possible. So, choosing which is the appropriate means of accessing your data is up to you and up to the audience you have. That concludes my presentation. Over to you, Alicia.
Thank you, Giorgio. Hello, everyone. My name is Alicia Beltran. I'm a staff support analyst at BMC Software. I work with the Smart Reporting product line. Today, I will present an introduction to TrueSight Smart Reporting. I will cover following topics: an overview of business intelligence concept and the core components available for TrueSight Smart Reporting. I will present how the user interface looks like, specifically the user navigation and the edit report mode. I will also talk about the differences between the two types of admin accounts and the administration tasks. A business intelligence tool helps to integrate, analyze, and present business information to support better business decision-making. As a web-based reporting application, TrueSight Smart Reporting provides live editing of reports, live preview, and easy customization of all aspects of a report. Based on business intelligence concept, the report creation is meant to present meaningful, concise, and easy-to-read information, thinking on the audience which will consume the data. The core components in TrueSight Smart Reporting are data source, view, report, and dashboard. Other elements like storyboard, timeline, streams, and tasks are also available in the application. Today, we will focus on the previous mentioned core components. Data source. These are the connection to a database that provides all the data to build reports. A data source may have many views. The views are the metadata layer between the data source and the report. A view specifies the fields and logic required for users to create reports. A view may have many reports based on it. The reports are a combination of fields, formatting, and charts. A report can be used by many dashboard tabs. The dashboard tabs are a combination of reports displayed in an easy way for users to read and understand the information based in the business intelligence concept. To summarize from the bottom to the top, a dashboard tab is meant to contain multiple reports on a user-friendly way to display information. The reports connects to a particular view that contains the logic to obtain data. The views communicates to a data source which stores the connection to a database to fetch the data to be displayed in reports. Next topic is the user interface. For general navigation, we can find following elements: the main menu from which we can review our user profile, browse the content by type, or perform admin actions if such permission is granted. Next, we have the search for content bar. We can also filter the content by categories using the access links under My Content section. It is also possible to browse the content by folders. Once we have content displayed, we can order the elements by using the Sort By button. The Layout button allows to list the content or to display content thumbnails. We can use the Content Information icon to display details of a report, view, or dashboard. At the top right side of the page, we can find the Create button. From there, we will be able to create reports, dashboard tabs, and views. The edit mode of reports is confirmed by following elements to allow report construction. The creation steps located at the top side of the page allows to manipulate how the data will be displayed, to create charts, to display how the report will look prior to publishing it, and to save or publish the report. The Subqueries option provides the capability to join several views. The list of available fields is displayed at the left side of the page. The Edit View button allows to edit the view that the report is using to access the data. It is possible to create calculated fields to transform current fields. These fields can include simple mathematical calculations or more complex SQL statements. The Sections option allows to group the content displayed in the report. We can add filters to the report to limit the resulting dataset. The options under Analysis Style allows to display several reports simultaneously or to use different drill styles to go from a general report to a detailed report. There are several options available to manage the data result, like applying a row limit, show or omit duplicated records, or to choose if the report will auto-refresh each time a field is added or removed. At the middle top side of the page, we can find the report formatting buttons. It is possible to add fields into columns and rows. At the bottom right side of the page, we can use View SQL option to display the report SQL statement. Next to this option, we have the button to manually refresh the report. The last topic of this introduction to TrueSight Smart Reporting is about the admin accounts and admin tasks. Two types of admin accounts are present, the superadmin and the client administrator account. The superadmin user will give you access to apply global configurations in TrueSight Smart Reporting. When accessing with this user, no content will be displayed, no data source, users, views, reports, or dashboard will be available, as the purpose of this account is to manage global application settings. The client administrator is used to administer settings for a particular client organization. An easy way to identify the admin account type is to look at the component name displayed at the top side of the page. Default is displayed for superadmin user and TrueSight capacity optimization for the client administrator and for the rest of the users. The main available admin tasks are the ability to manage administration of individual organization, access to user management, and content usage statistics, to set a permission model, and to access to the schedule management. This concludes the introduction to TrueSight Smart Reporting. Back to Giorgio for the demos.
Thank you, Alicia. Smart Reporting can be used to create custom reports as an alternative to Integration Studio. To do that, capacity optimization must be registered as a component into Smart Reporting. In order to do this, access TrueSight Smart Reporting Logon page. Click on the Here link at the bottom to add a new component. Insert the configuration parameters and save. The component type to be capacity optimization, the capacity optimization application server fully qualified domain name, and a valid username and password. I will now demo how to connect TSCO and Smart Reporting. Smart Reporting can be used to create custom reports into TSCO. To do that, TSCO must be registered as a component into Smart Reporting. To do this, access Smart Reporting Logon page. Click on Here link to add a component. Insert the parameters. Choose the component type to be TrueSight Capacity Optimization. Insert the TSCO application server fully qualified domain name. Leave the port and protocol Insert valid admin username and password for TSCO. Save to apply changes. The two components are now connected and we are ready to proceed with the custom reports creation. To create a TSCO data mart to make data available for TrueSight Smart Reporting, navigate to Administration Advanced Reporting Data Mart on the Application Server console. On the drop-down menu, choose to add a data mart based on SQL. Select the purpose of the data mart, that is for a report, and the content of the data mart. On the following step, select Other for primary entities and paste the SQL query that allows you to elaborate the data in order to make them available. On the following step, set the metadata for columns. This is not required for smart reports. It is only required if you want to use the data mart for a view. On the following step, choose to create a materialized table if the SQL is complicated or non-standard and includes function call. Otherwise, choose to show fresh data. Into the last step, assign a name or identifier that will be used in smart reporting and description to the data mart you just created. Then save. You will get then to a page that will allow you to export, delete, and preview the data mart from TSCO. I will now demo creating a data mart. Let's see how to create a TSCO data mart for smart reporting. First of all, access TSCO Application Server console and navigate to Administration, Advanced Reporting, Data Marts. From this page, choose to add a data mart based on SQL. Choose the purpose of the data mart and the content of the data mart. We will choose both a capacity view or report data mart and summary information for a set of entities. Navigate to the next step. Here, choose the type of primary entities, in our case it will be Other, and paste the SQL for your data mart. On the following step, you are able to insert data mart metadata. Given that we are just going to use this data mart for a report creation, we are not going to select any special metadata. Metadata are used into TSCO views. Here you can choose to always see fresh data from your data mart or create a materialized table. Creating a materialized table is recommended for a complex query that requires more than 5 seconds to run, or in case the SQL is complicated or includes non-standard function calls. In this demo, we will leave to see fresh data. As a final step, give the data center data mart a name and an identifier. You can also insert a description. Finish to apply changes. Here you can see the data mart has been successfully created. You can proceed to further edit the data mart, delete it in case you don't need it anymore, preview it in case you want to see the content of the data mart, or export it in case you need to bring the same artifact to a different TSCO environment. Please take note of the identifier because this is what we will need on smart reporting in order to access this data mart data. To create a smart reporting view, there are 3 different options. You can choose a single table from a data mart you just created, define a store procedure, use the graphical editor to leverage the data from multiple tables that you join together, or write your own SQL by hand. In order to create a smart reporting view, cross-launch smart reporting from the TrueSight presentation server. Choose the Add button to create a new view, select the TSCO data source, and one of the creation options. In our demo, we'll choose single table. Then select the desired TSCO data mart from the identifier you saved before. Give the view name and a description to create the analysis using the button. In order to create a smart reporting view with multiple tables, you can leverage the graphical SQL editor that you can see in the picture here. This will allow you to join tables together and filter them even if you are not able to write SQL by hand. This, of course, simplifies the creation of connection between tables, also for non-expert people. The freehand SQL is the classical SQL editor where you can write your own SQL. This, of course, requires to have SQL writing skills. In order to create a smart reporting report, click on the Add icon and select a report. Select an existing view or create a new one. In Data tab, drag and drop to select the desired field to be displayed into the report. Change each field format as desired. In Charts tab, select the desired chart type. Drag and drop the desired fields and edit the label as desired. Once you're satisfied with the result, publish the report. I will now demo creating a view and report. To create a view into Smart Reporting, press the Add button, View. Choose the TSCO data source for the data, and here you will be able to create your view selecting the view type. Single table, where you select a view that you created as a data mart on TSCO, for example the data center data we created before. You can choose to combine multiple tables into the TSCO database using a graphical editor, or write your own SQL directly here. For our purposes, we'll choose a single table. We'll give the view a name and a description and choose Create Analysis. Now we can proceed to create a report. Drag and drop the columns and metrics to create your tables. Edit the format to change the way the data looks and the header of each column. For example, we'll add capital letters and show this data as percentages. Once you're ready, this is the result. The look and feel of the table has changed. In order to create a chart, navigate to the Charts tab. Choose the chart type. Here I'm going to choose a radar chart, which is a type of chart which we don't get on TSCO console or views. Drag and drop again the desired columns into the chart. Edit the chart options to make the look and feel better. For example, add the labels for each value and add the grid lines and ticks for the radar chart. Now the chart is much more readable. Once you're satisfied with the result, proceed to publish the chart. Save it as radar chart. Give it a name and a description. Choose the folder where you want to have your report saved. Choose the access if you want it to be public or private, and then save. And here is the chart that can be scheduled to be executed or shared with other colleagues on a regular basis. Now Alicia will demo.
Thank you, Giorgio. To export a report, access to the Export wizard from the top left menu, Administration, and then click on Export. Choose the desired report to be exported and press the Export button located on top. Give the export archive a file name. Press the Export button to generate and download the export archive. Similar way, to import a report, access the Import wizard from the top left menu, Administration, and then click on Import. Select the exported file generated previously that contains the report to be imported. Choose the Custom Import button and click on Continue button. Select the desired elements to be imported. It is important to avoid including the data source. Click on the gear icon to solve any warning that could appear. Most commonly, it is required to establish the destination folder. Once the warnings are cleared, close the menu or just click on the Import button located on top. I will now demo importing reports. To export a report, go to Main menu, then expand Administration and click on Export. The export wizard will be displayed. At the left side of the page, we can see all elements available in the application to be exported. This includes dashboards, reports, views, data sources, and folders. To easily identify the elements, each one is represented by a different icon. I will export the radar chat report by drag and drop the report to the export list. We can see that this report contains link content. If we click on the report, the details of the link content will be displayed. All these elements will be stored in the same archive. By default, the export process doesn't allow to remove the linked content. However, during the import process, we can select specific elements to be imported. To generate the export archive, click on the Export button located at the top. Provide a file name and click on Export. Select the destination folder and click on Save. We can see the export summary that displays the total items, the primary items, and the dependencies that were exported. I will close the export wizard now. To import a report, go to Main menu, then expand Administration and click on Import. Drag here the file that was created during the export process or click on the gray area to browse for it. To be able to choose from all items included in the selected file, click on Custom button and then click on Continue. Available elements to be imported are displayed at the left side. Avoid importing a data source. If we import this item, we could end up replacing the existing data source and leading to reports not working as expected. Besides, there is no point to import this item as a data source is already available in the application. Drag and drop the report to the import list at the right. We can see alerts are displayed. Place the mouse over an alert to display the alert message. This report is missing a view. This item is missing a subfolder. As the report is the primary item and it contains related or linked content, the import wizard is expecting for us to include such items in the import list. In this case, all linked content is already present in the application. There is no need to add the rest of the items. To fix the alerts, click on the gear icon. Specify the folders on which the report will be placed. Select the view the report will use and close this panel. We can see that the alerts are no longer displayed. Click on the Import button at the top. The import summary will appear. Click on OK and click on Close to conclude the import process. Two options are available in TruSight Smart Reporting to share reports: Distribute and Broadcast. Distribute allows to manually share a report. Broadcast is used to create schedules to send a report continuously to a user or to a list of users. To distribute a report, open the report and click on the Distribute icon. Following options are available for this functionality. Distribute allows to share a report to users within TruSight Smart Reporting. Email can be used to share the report to an email account instead of a registered user in TruSight Smart Reporting. Embed generates an HTML code that can be used to embed reports externally. Link can be used to generate a link to share the report. To create a broadcast, open the report and click on the broadcast icon. Select Create New and then select Broadcast. Add the desired recipients, subject, and body. Select the format on which the report will be sent and establish the frequency as desired. To review the broadcast status, go to Administration menu and then to Schedule Management. This option is available for the Super Admin account. I will now demo sharing reports. For this demo section, I'm logged in TruSight Smart Reporting with the Super Admin account into the TrueSite Capacity Optimization component instead of the default component. Except of accessing to schedule management, share functionality is available for the client admin account. To share a report using Distribute feature, open the desired report and click on the Share button. Use the Distribute option to share the report within the users in TrueSite Smart Reporting. In the Add Recipients field, input a username and select the corresponding user from the drop-down list. Write an additional message if necessary and click on Submit. An email will be sent to the user to notify that a report was shared. Use email option to send a report on a specific format like PDF, CSV, Word, Excel, a link to the report included in the email, or to include the report in the email. This option allows to send reports through email to internal and external users. To send a report to external users, make sure the email security is set as unsecure. To verify this, click on Share Settings and select Unsecure under Email and Broadcast Security. Click on Back to Share and input an external email account. Hit Enter after writing the email address. If desired, include an additional message. Select the report format and click on Submit. The Embed option generates an HTML code to be copied and pasted into an external page. The Link option generates a link to be used to quickly reference the report. To broadcast a report, click on the broadcast icon, click on Create New, and click on Broadcast. Specify the recipients. A recipient can be a user in the application or an external email address. Add a subject and body. Select the format. For this broadcast, I will choose Excel. Specify the frequency. I will schedule this report to be sent weekly at Monday. Click on Advanced Settings to specify the time on which the report will be sent. If desired, we can limit the schedule period and to enable notifications in case of broadcast failure. Click on Submit to save the broadcast. A new broadcast icon is displayed. Now this report will be sent as per the schedule that we just created. We can create multiple broadcasts for one report. To see all broadcasts scheduled in the application, go to the main menu, click on Administration, and click on Schedule Management. From here, an administrator can view all schedules without the need to open each report individually to pause, run, and delete schedules. Here is a list of references that were used for this presentation. We have reviewed the integration of TrueSite Capacity Optimization and TrueSite Smart Reporting, covering an introduction of each product and how to connect both applications. We also covered content creation in TrueSite Capacity Optimization like data marts, and content creation in TrueSite Smart Reporting like views and reports. Finally, we review how to export and import reports and how to share reports with the different options of Distribute functionality and how to schedule reports to be sent through email using broadcast functionality. That concludes our presentation. Back to you, Greg.
Thank you, Alicia. And now I'll take us through the self-help and contacting BMC. The YouTube channel is listed here where this webinar will be posted, along with a rich set of how-to videos are available. The Connect with TrueSite webinar schedule for future as well as past webinars is available at this community's link. And to contact technical support via web, phone, email, or these social channels. That will conclude this month's Connect with TrueSite. Thank you for joining.